A lot of people have asked me over the years, how do I tell what key I'm playing in? In other words, if I don't have any music and I'm just playing, how do I know what key I'm in? Well, there's an answer to that, and there's also an answer to knowing what key you're in when you do have music, and it's very easy. And today we're going to consider the sharp keys. First of all, I'll just consider the key of C, which has no sharps or flats. And if you're playing along and you don't have music, say, and your first chord is C, and your last chord is C, guess what key you're in? Okay, you're going to be in the key of C. It's just a matter of logic. Because when I say I'm playing in the key of C, what I mean is I'm basing my playing on the scale of C, which has no sharps or flats. Which is not to say I can't use sharps or flats, but they're not my home base. Okay, my home base is the tonic chord for that key. So if I find myself gravitating to the primary chords in the key of C, in other words, C, F, and G, the 1, 4, and 5 chord, then I know I'm in the key of C. Also, if I have music and there's no sharps or flats in the key signature, I know I'm in the key of C. Now, there is a thing called relative minor keys, which we'll consider a little later, but they don't happen all that much, so let's put that on the back burner for now. Okay. Now let's take up the sharp keys. The first sharp key is the key of G, and I say it's first because it only has one sharp. Okay, and that one sharp is F sharp. So if you have one sharp in the key signature, you're in the key of G. And if you're playing a song and you find yourself playing the chords in the key of G, the 1, 4, 5 chords, and starting and ending on the G chord, then guess what key you're in? Okay, it's just logic, isn't it? Okay, so if you have one sharp in the key signature, the key is G, and that sharp is always F sharp. So the formula for finding what key you're in when you have sharps in a key signature is you take the last sharp to the right and go up a half a step. So if there's only one sharp, that sharp naturally is what? F sharp. And you go up a half step from that and you're in the key of G. Okay? And again, to play in the key of G means you're basing your playing on the scale of G, which has that one sharp. And again, it's not that you can't use any other notes. You can, but those are your home base notes. Okay? Now, the key with two sharps is the key of D. And the key of D is based on the scale of D, which has those two sharps. Let me push down all those notes. So the first sharp is F sharp, and the last sharp in the key signature is C sharp. How do you find the key of a song if you have sharps? You locate the last sharp to the right in the key signature, and you go up half a step. So if the last sharp is C sharp, what key are you in? You're in the key of D, basing your playing on the scale of D. If you have three sharps, then you're in the key of A, based on the scale of A, which goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the scale of A, and notice it has three sharps. The first sharp was F sharp in the key signature, the second sharp was C sharp, and the third sharp is G sharp. If I looked at the key signature, I would see that order. I would see the first one is F sharp, the second one is C sharp, and the last one is G sharp. The formula I know is to take the last sharp to the right and go up a half step. So a half step above G sharp is what? A. So I'm basing my playing on the scale of A, which has those sharps. Okay. If I'm playing with four sharps, then I'm playing in the key of E, which has four sharps. Let me push down the notes of the scale of E. Okay. Okay. The key of E has four sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Okay. If I'm looking at a key signature, I see the first sharp is F sharp, the second sharp is C sharp, third sharp is G sharp, last sharp is D sharp. So I locate the last sharp to the right, which is D sharp. I go up a half a step, and I know I'm in the key of E. That's four sharps. Now 5 sharps is the key of B. And the key of B is really a pretty easy key because it uses all the black keys, doesn't it? It just uses two white keys, B and E, and it uses all the black keys. So the key of B has 5 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. and a half step above the last sharp is what? B. So I know I'm in the key of B if I'm looking at a key signature. Okay? Now we've had F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Okay? Now what's the next sharp? Is E sharp. Now E sharp is enharmonic with F. Okay? I know that looks like F, but we got to call it E sharp because we're basing our playing on the scale of F sharp. That's E sharp. So if we have 6 sharps, we're in the key of F sharp. Okay, because the last sharp is F sharp, E sharp, and we go up a half step, and the key is F sharp. And the final key is the key of C sharp. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, and C sharp. So if I locate the last sharp to the right, it's B sharp, and I go up half step to C sharp. Now those last 2 keys that I just mentioned, don't worry about them because they're not used very much at all. Okay, and if the idea of a double sharp bothers you, then just let it go. Okay, but mathematically it has to be said that way. It can't be called C natural because you're already using a C in that key, which is C sharp. Okay, so again, the order of the sharps is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. You can make up a little silly saying. When I used to teach in my studio, I used to say, fat cats go down alleys eating bologna. And notice they're arranged up in fifths. Fat cats go down alleys eating bologna. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Okay? And tomorrow when we consider the flat keys, you'll learn that the flat keys are just the sharp keys, but backwards. But we'll take that up tomorrow. So thanks for being with me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.